Hello and welcome to my channel and welcome to another day of Multichromas. And in today's video, I am finally going to be testing out Chaos makeup, not to be confused with Chaos Cosmetics. There's two different brands. One of them is sketchy and one of them is not. And Chaos makeup is the one that is sketchy. I have always told people not to buy from them because they have had a bad reputation since the last like 2 to 3 years. You can look them up on Reddit as well as YouTube and see all the negative experiences people have had with this brand previously. Now it has been a couple of years, so I thought I would give it a go and just try them out for you. I am by no means at all at any point in this video, and just this whole video is not meant to recommend this brand to you. I have still heard some very mixed reviews. My experience with the whole order process was okay, and I will get into all the details on the pricing because the pricing is a lot. So I wanted to test out just a shade or two to just really see if their swatch videos are accurate, because they do seem to really dial up the saturation in their videos. So I've just been really iffy, and also they did block me like a few years ago because I commented on Treadmood's post because they were doing those like full hand multi-chrome swatches back when Dawn Eyes was known to be doing that, and it just came off that Chaos Makeup was really copying them. Obviously since then there's been a ton of different multi-chromes that have launched, all different kinds of types of swatches, finger swatches, full hand swatches, etc. But at the time it was really like Dawn Eyes in the forefront, and then Chaos Makeup came out of nowhere and started doing the full hand swatches. So I just remember commenting like, oh, Dawn Eyes has done this before, and they've had multi-chromes even before Chaos Makeup, because of course, you know, Treadmood was just claiming that Chaos Makeup was the first one to just ever come out with such pigments, which is not true. So anyways, they blocked me because of that comment, so I have been blocked since then. So I can't even tag them in the thumbnail, and it's probably for the better. So anyways, let's go over the details because I do have my receipt in front of me. Due to the high prices of their products, I was really expecting the packaging to be, you know, somewhat nicer, but no, it came in a bubble wrap envelope, and the products were in this little box just jammed in there, including the pressed multi-chrome shade. So this is the little box, and it's just a little cube box, and so all these products were in there. So I only got one multi-chrome because this baby is $21 and it comes in a clamshell, and I will get into the details of that one a little later. And then I also got the Holochrome in the shade Rebel Girl, and I just was really curious about this because I had a feeling this was going to be exactly like the product that Carla Cosmetics launched sometime like throughout last year, and they're actually not selling them anymore because they end up looking completely gray on the lid. So I was just curious, and this baby was $25, okay? And there's 1 gram of product in here, and I don't see the amount on the website for the pressed multi-chrome. And then also this came as like a little freebie. Again, it's just one of those like little screw-on top kind of jars, and this is their mixing medium primer gel, and this is just a sample. I guess they're trying to formulate it, so they want some feedback, so they're just sending them with orders for free for people to try out and give them feedback. So let me go over my grand total, because I paid an extra $6 for a Rush It, which means that they would ship it faster. It wouldn't mean it would get to me faster, it would just be shipped out faster. So I don't know how exactly that works, because you're paying extra $6 to get put in the line ahead of everyone else. So does that mean like other people who do not pay $6, they will get their product, you know, in a month or 2? Because that's what I've been hearing, that people have to wait like a month to get their order. And then, so $21 for the pressed multi-chrome, and then the Holochrome was $25. Shipping was $8, and the tax was $3.25. So this is a grand total for 2 products of $63.25. And it came in this. At least the $6 for Rush It did work, because I ordered October 8th and my order was delivered October 15th. But who knows how my experience would have been if I had not paid the extra $6. But I was really curious how it is, if it does actually help. And I also wanted to get it in earlier so I can try it out earlier. So keeping in mind that $63 price tag on my whole order, not only did the pan of the pressed multi-chrome eyeshadow come in a clamshell, it came with a very nicely cut up makeup remover pad. Like literally someone cut up like a round pad that they bought at like CVS or whatever, and this is what was laying on top of this $21 eyeshadow. And then you take the pan out and there's nothing on the back of the pan. The name of the shade is actually in the clamshell. So anyways, I have just like a random eyeshadow with no label on it now. The other thing I wanted to point out is this pan does not appear to be completely full. It looks like it's at least half full. That was the first thing I noticed when I lifted this little piece of whatever, because at $21 I just really expect the pan to be at least completely full. That being said, it is very, very shiny, very metallic. It feels super, super silky. It does seem to be just lightly hard panning when I do rub my finger in it, but I will also insert a close-up swatch of this shade for you. And then of course I'm going to do some swatch comparisons, but I will only be comparing this one multichrome shade and not the hollow shade. So I'm going to be creating this look with the multichrome shade, and then at the end of the video I'll give you some of my thoughts. I will not be applying the hollow shade onto the lids in this video, but I did wear it previously just to do a wear test and just to see how it worked on the lids, and I will insert a phone video that I took of, and that will be at the end of the video, so let's get into it. So here are the swatch comparisons. All the way at the top is Junebug from Chaos Cosmetics. Below that is Patina from Clionadh, then Chromosphere from Devinah, Weld from Clionadh, and Neverland from Carla Cosmetics, and that is the pressed eyeshadow. So you can see none of these are like direct dupes. I think Junebug is a mixture between Patina and Chromosphere. It's probably the closest. It's not as green as Patina, but it has more of that tone of Chromosphere without fully being the same kind of shade. Very similar though. And then Weld and Neverland are too pink. Priming with the Gimme Glow Parchment Eye Primer. I'm using the Blend Bunny Surge palette. I'm going in with Hint. I'm just going to create a monochromatic look. I'm just putting that into the crease. And then going in with Alive into the crease. Going in with Lush on the outer corner. And just blending it out. Going in with Lush under my lower lash line. And just blending that out. I'm going in with a sample of their gel adhesive thing. It's very clear. It's very gel-like. I do tend to prefer these kinds of formulas for very finely milled eyeshadows, especially multichromes. I'm just putting that all over my lid. Then I picked up some Junebug, and we're just gonna take that all over the lid. And I'm gonna kind of feather it in my crease. I don't want any harsh edges. Just going in with a little bit more. And I do usually like to just go in with my finger because you can see how metallic it is. So I just like to go over the lid just to see if it amps up the metallic level, and I definitely think it did a little bit. So here's the finished look with Junebug. I feel like the intro is pretty self-explanatory, so I definitely do not recommend you buy any of these products for sure. Definitely not the hollow multichrome or whatever. I've had this before. It does not work. Also, because it is holographic, you really need like a direct sunlight or like a really, really bright light to bring out the hollow effect, because otherwise it just looks very gray. The multichrome effect really gets lost. It doesn't look like a metallic multichrome. It looks like a grayed out multichrome. It still does show a shift, but it's very, very soft. It definitely doesn't even look like a true multichrome because you can really only see like 2 shades. So I'm going to insert the look I did with the Hollow Chrome Rebel Girl, and as you can see, it's just super, super dull on the lids. In the bright sunlight, yes, you can see the hollow effect. Is it cool? Yes, but you can just rather use an actual holographic eyeshadow versus a multichrome, because the moment that you get out of the bright sunlight is when you would see more of the multichrome. But it looks great out. The shift is not really as obvious. So I really think that hollow and multichrome just don't go together. Maybe like sometime in the future a brand will find a way to make it work, but for right now it is not working. As for the multichrome, it is very beautiful and smooth and metallic. However, I'm just gonna insert like my swatch and then their swatch. They're definitely turning up the saturation on all their swatches, on everything, the way that they're shooting their stuff on Instagram in general. If you scroll down, It just looks very oversaturated on purpose, very strategically placed, very strategic lighting. At least they're capturing the multichrome effect nicely as well as the hollow effect. But otherwise, I would be careful just in general of any kind of brand that does this kind of thing. So I would not recommend this. It's $21. You're better off getting a multichrome from Clionadh, Terra, Devinah, etc. There are so many trustworthy indie brands out there to buy multichromes from, and I just would not recommend Chaos Makeup. Definitely like buy with caution, and I really hope that I'm saving you some money. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much multichrome content, lots and lots of trustworthy brands supporting my channel, and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.